go ahead.
Alright. Hello, James. So, just give me a brief intro. Tell me your name, your age, where you're from.
Okay, James Todd from Ripley, Tennessee. 26 years old, married, 2 kids. I'm a firefighter and an EMT, and I work part time in law enforcement as well.
Where the heck is Ripley, Tennessee?
It's in West Tennessee. It's about an hour north of Memphis, right in the middle of nowhere, and that's exactly how I like it.
You're from the middle of nowhere, really?
That's right.
Why do you like that?
It's quiet. I can keep to myself and raise a family and not have to worry about big city life and all the hassles and stuff that comes along with it. I just kind of like it quiet.
Have you been to a big city? Have you lived in one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've never lived in a big city. I've worked there. I've worked in Memphis before on an ambulance. So I've had my share of it. I know what's going on, and to me, the best part about going to a big city is getting to come home.
Is this where you were born and raised?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really? So your family, all your family's around?
Yeah, my dad and most of his side of the family are all in Texas, but I was born here, raised here, high school, the typical small town kid. That's me.
Now, do you still see all the people you went to high school with? Do you see them in the town still?
Yeah, a lot of them. I see a lot of the ones that stayed. There's a few that have moved off and went elsewhere. A lot of them have moved off and come back, and but I still see a lot of people that I went to school with. I probably talk to more people from school now than I did when I was in school. I mean, I was that guy in school that talked to every clique. I was friends with the preppies and the freaks and the homeboys and everything. I was one of the few people that was in every clique, I guess you could say.
Really? So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you blend into every crowd, or are you just liked by everybody?
I think it's a little bit of both. I get along with any kind of crowd just about. I'm really likable. Like I said, I think I've told you before. I'm just a big likable guy. And people, I just have a lot of friends. Folks like me, and I'm easy to get along with, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
Do you think that's going to help you or hurt you in this competition?
I think it's probably going to help me. I really do. I can, be able to make friends, but I think it's going to be more of a help than a hindrance because, to me, that gives me an edge. People are going to like me, and it lets me have the cards in my hand, whether or not how I'm going to. I don't want to say befriend somebody, but when people are liking me on the onset instead of maybe disliking me, to me it seems like I have the upper hand because the ball's in my court, whether or not how close I want to get to them or not. So I think it'll help.
Okay, and so you're out here making friends, and then you have to put someone up for elimination. How are you going to feel about that?
Hey, we're all there for the same reason. At the end of the day, we're there to shoot and eventually win. So, if somebody can't understand why they're being put up or put out, then they should have got that in their mind before they showed up at the ranch because it's once it's time there, I can be friends and we can have a great time, and I hope to get on and be a great life experience. But at the end of the day, everybody should be a grown up and know exactly why you're there and know the end. There's going to be one, and everybody else is going to be home. So, that's going to be up to them to have their mindset right before they get there.
And you want to be the one, right?
That absolutely. I'm going to be the one.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I just feel that if I can get on the show, I'm that confident in my skills that I can outshoot anybody y'all throw at me.
Well, what are your skills? Talk to me a little bit about them, and tell me a story or two if you need to about how well you shoot or what you shoot.
I started shooting when I was young, maybe 9 or 10. BB guns, stuff like that. Little single shot shotguns. My first firearm I ever got. And since then, I've shot. I've started off hunting, things like that. I'm from the South. We shoot, we hunt. That's just part of life. That's what we do. It's just, I don't know. It's to me, shooting and guns is part of my life. Is getting up in the morning and eating. It's just that's what it is. And so I've shot long rifles and handguns, shotguns, muzzle loaders, bow and arrow, crossbows, things like that. Just from hunting, you get a lot of experience with different weapons. And you want to be good at shooting just so you can, um, best your friends. You can one up your buddies. Um, if you if you can be the one that can outshoot them, it gives you a little bragging rights. That's so. We get together when we're not, we get together and shoot skeet, practicing for bird hunting or something like that, or we're going out to zero our deer rifles in. You want to be the one that can put, 5 rounds in the same hole on the deer rifle, or you want to, every skeet that goes up in the air, you want to drop it, and your buddies are looking at you like, how are you doing that? That was me. I've got that competitive edge. It's just I was born with it. I can't explain why or how it's there. That's it. I shot in high school. I did small bore rifle, like air rifle competitions through JROTC with the Army. Captain of the team. That just proved, not only did I want to be on the team, I wanted to lead the team. I wanted to teach the younger, guys coming in how to shoot and teach them some things and be able to, try to make the best team we could and compete. So.
Is there anything that we could throw at you that might shake you a little bit?
I wouldn't say shake me. I really wouldn't. I'd say, I'm excited to see what you guys could probably throw at me. I don't think anything would shake me because I love a challenge. I love something new. I don't know. It'd be awful hard to shake me. I really think so. I don't think you guys could pull anything out that I wouldn't just be like, bring it, let's do it.
Okay, excellent. I love that. How often do you get to shoot these days?
I work a lot, but I shoot at least weekly. I try to get out and, put some rounds with my handgun. And my rifle. Like I said, I work law enforcement, so that's a skill that needs to be pretty sharp, I think. So I try to practice with that, at least weekly. Sometimes I don't get to, maybe 100 rounds a week at minimum. And then sometimes when we get together, we'll throw 1,000 rounds downrange in a weekend. So it just really depends, what's going on and how much free time I have.
Now, tell me about your jobs. I mean, I know we talked about this before, but I want to hear it again, fresh. So, what do you do, and how often are you working?
Okay, I'm a full-time firefighter, so I work 24-hour shifts, 3 days a week, pretty much, about 10 shifts a month. I work part-time on an ambulance, at least about once a week, minimum on an ambulance on a shift, 24-hour shifts there, and I work part-time law enforcement. So here lately, I've been doing a lot of fire and EMS work. I've been doing as much law enforcement just for the fact that the other 2 jobs really took precedence. More money, my time. My time is valuable. Wherever I can get paid the most is where I'm at. But this last year, I've done some teaching in law enforcement. I had a class of reserve officers come through, and the training lieutenant made me an instructor for some of their classes. I work some with the sheriff's department in the area too. I'm a deputized sheriff's deputy with the department. I help out the narcotics unit with search warrants and things like that. Doing those kind of things as well.
Why would one want to go into all of these service industry? Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I guess it's just something that's in me. It's a calling. I really believe that these jobs you have to have a calling. You can't just want to do them for the money or for the glory. If you don't have it in your heart to do it, you have no business doing it, and you're probably not going to last. So they just kind of go with each other. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I've been asked that question by a lot of people, and I just I don't know. I've found it hard to explain over the years. I've been doing it probably 5 years now, with fire and law enforcement together, and then EMS I've been doing for about 8 years. I find it pretty hard to explain it, to answer that question. Really, it's just, I don't know. When I wake up in the morning, it's just what I do. I couldn't see any other way.
It's just something in you. It's something, like you said, a calling.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
How are you? I mean, obviously these are high stress jobs. How are you under pressure?
Okay. Hey, Greg, hang on just a second.
Yes.
All right, hang on. We just had the camera went down.
Go.
All right, we're rolling.
We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So you were telling me about your job and, a high stress situation. How are you under pressure?
That's where I feel at home. When the pressure hits, it's just like, I don't know, everything slows down, and that's when I hit my element. I can just, it's weird when I think I perform better under pressure probably than when there's no pressure at all. So I don't say that I I thrive on pressure situations because high stress situations usually means there's something bad going on. But I mean, it's almost like an adrenaline fix. Whenever that stress level hits the fan, ice water hits my veins and it's on, and that's where I shine. That's where I do, my best work.
That's cool. Okay, so now just not to anyone in particular, don't address it to anyone necessarily, but tell me why you're going to be on Top Shot and why you're going to win.
Why am I going to be on Top Shot and why am I going to win? I think that I think I'm going to be on the show because I'm a good marksman. I'm a good shooter. I'm a likable guy that can really fit in the element of a competition to get along with other contestants and be able to compete, perform under pressure. I should be able to do a great job, and I think when all's said and done at the end that I can be the last one there and the last one standing, I guess you could say, and be the winner. I'm that confident in my skills and my ability to perform. So that's pretty cut and dry, but that's why.
Perfect. All right, we can go ahead and cut.
Okay.